4.10, our second step is to balance the ledgers. So we'll start with cash at bank. There's a lot of entries there. We never assume cash at bank is either an asset or a liability. We add up all the debits and the credits to make sure. So there's all our debits. We need to add those up, and then we'll go and add up all of our credits. And we're trying to figure out which side is the biggest. So in this case, we've got a bigger side on the debit side. So we're going to write the total of all those debits as 13,040. Transfer that over, and then we'll subtract away all these credits here from our total of $13,040. And if we do that, we'll get a balance of $7,356. We'll write our date as the last day of the period, which is the 31st of August, and we'll write the word balance. Need to carry that down for next period, so we've got the 1st of September, and we write the word balance, and we put the same number down, 7356. Debtors are always going to have a debit balance, so the debits will be bigger. Transfer that figure over to the credit side, subtract away the two credits there for a final balance of 285, and transfer that down on the 1st of September. Stock will also always have a debit balance, so the debits will be bigger. Transfer it over, subtract away all those credits, and we'll get a final balance of 45,480, and we'll carry that down. Don't need to balance the vehicle asset ledger because there's only one figure. Creditors are always going to be a liability, so the credit side will be bigger, so in this case 8,690. Transfer it over, subtract away the 1,500, and we get 7,190, and carry that forward on the 1st of September. Loan will be the same as a creditor, it's a liability, so it'll always be bigger on the credit side, so the total credits of 15,000, transfer it over, take away the loan repayment debit there, and carry that forward. Capital we don't need to balance, only one entry. GST, again, we'll never assume whether it's an asset or a liability because it could be either. So we're going to add up all those debits there, and then we'll go and add up all that credits on this side to figure out which side's bigger. And in this case, we've got a credit balance, or sorry, total credits of 4,075. Transfer that over, and then we'll subtract away all these debits here from the number 4,075, and if we do that, we'll get a closing balance of 3,241. That's a liability, so we'll carry that down on the credit side. Petrol's an expense, always going to have a debit balance, so we can figure out that one quite easily and carry it down. Then advertising we don't need to balance. Drawings, we do have two entries, so we better balance it, so we'll carry forward the balance as $700. Sales are only credits because they're revenues, so we'll figure out the balance of total sales as 10,750. That leaves prepaid insurance, which is an asset on its own. There's only one entry, we can leave it. Cost of sales, they're all debits, so that's a total of 5,520. Transfer it over, subtract away the difference of 0 in this case, and carry that balance forward. And station we don't need to balance given that there's only one entry.